Zach Life, Beat Depression. It's day 756, and we're back with another fix, a somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, as you guys and girls know, it's a martial arts for mental health show. And I want to shout out first gratitude, that first powerful mental health tool we cover every day. Gratitude, the more we use it, the easier it becomes to use. The more things we can find, the easier it becomes to find those things to be grateful for. So we're going to focus in on gratitude as that first mental health tool. Shout out to Ortiz World. Thanks for being here. Gratitude going out to you today. Gratitude going out to those showing up to support each other, to support one another. I also want to shout out gratitude to Jay for coming out the other day and getting in that 10-kick challenge for Century Martial Arts and Kids Kick Cancer. Shout out gratitude to those guys as well, to Century, to Kids Kick Cancer for that challenge they're doing right now to help children dealing with pediatric cancer. You can be part of that challenge. All you got to do is record 10 kicks, post up about it, and hashtag 10-kick challenge, tag Century and Kids Kick Cancer, and you could help raise awareness and support these kids out there as well. So gratitude going out to those guys. Gratitude as well going out to Master Checo and to Billy the Savage for coming out and getting some sparring in out at the Gunnel. As you guys know, if you've been following, we're doing free classes out there in the Gunnel. Whenever the weather's good and the circumstances allow, I'll be out there. We'll be setting up with a kick pad. So if you or anybody you'd like, or anybody you know is dealing with depression or anxiety and wants to feel what that physical release of those things is, it's called somatic healing, physically releasing those things without words. Let them know. Please do spread the word. Help raise awareness. Let them know we're doing free training for anybody who wants to come out and experience that. All we ask is that in return, you're public about the benefits. You're public about the experience. So we're asking for feedback, we're asking for follows, we're asking for support so that we can all support each other and we can continue to grow this thing. I want to keep these classes and these tools free to everybody in need. And in order to do that and make it sustainable, I've got to find business support. And unfortunately, the only way to find business support is to have numbers. So if you know somebody who could benefit, tell them to come out. Class is totally free. Just ask them to give us a little bit of support with a follow, and that way we can help find that business support to keep those classes free and keep doing what we're doing, helping people. Shout out as well to Luca. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Nevada Off-Road Buggy. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for all the help on the Beat Depression bus. Currently sitting in Buena Vista, Colorado at your bus. Getting ready to get back on the road, hopefully pretty soon, this fall. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I can make it back out to Nevada and we could do a little promo in front of the store. It would be pretty cool. So much gratitude going out. Gratitude going out in so many different directions today. So we talked about yesterday about sparring. I was doing some sparring. You guys have probably seen the footage on the main page. And I want to talk to you guys about sparring for a quick second before we get into the lesson, because our focus is mental health. Right? Our focus on the show is mental health, and through this program is mental health. And something that's not good for your mental health is concussive force to the head. So if you are going to decide to spar because it's a passion or because it's something that you enjoy or it's a route you want to take, please do your due diligence and make sure you know the full risks of what you're getting into. There's always risks in life, right? You can walk out the front door and get hit by a truck. God forbid that happen, but anything could happen at any time. So there's always a risk. But taking an educated risk and being okay with the consequences of what you're doing and knowing that, this is a dangerous behavior, maybe I can avoid or tailor it so that it's not as dangerous. So when we're getting into sparring and we're doing it and we've got mental health on the mind, what we want to do is, and it's even good sparring etiquette in general, very light shots to the head. Very light shots to the head. Pull the punches to the head. Wear all your gear, full head gear, mouth guard, gloves good for sparring, not the same ones you use for a heavy bag. Something that's going to protect both you and protect your partner. That way we can train, we can build up our skills, we can build up our preparation without doing brain damage. We want to avoid brain damage at all costs. It's not good for mental health to take concussive blows to the head. That is a risk that people with a passion for the sport or people for a passion for that, they have that drive to go for that championship title or something. They have a drive in them. Just know the risks if you're going to get into that. There are safe ways to train. There are safe ways to do this, and that's what I want you guys to find. And that's what this show is all about. We don't do sparring with our students that come out for free classes. That's not the goal. Our goal is pad work. We use the pads, we hit the pads, we learn technique. And the goal is also to bring you guys to the bag, or bring that bag to you, so you can feel that physical release, again, of stress, anxiety, frustration, and depression. Shout out to This Kid Is Lucky. Shout out to Jonathan. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for support. So, that being said, I did do sparring yesterday, and I am wrecked. My whole body is wrecked. I feel like I got ran over by like 12 cars in a row. I've got bruises inside and outside. My face is okay, though. My brain is all right. Like I said, we use good sparring etiquette. We did not go hard to the head. We were very light to the head. We had nice thick gloves on, and we were keeping those shots pulled. So, but because my body is in this tremendous amount of recovery and pain right now, I'm going to drop my intensity down for today's session. That doesn't mean that you have to drop your intensity down. The goal is to give yourself a challenge based on your current situation. No expectations, no anticipation from yesterday or expectations about tomorrow. We're talking about the moment here and now. So it's going to be based on how you feel right now. Did you drink enough water? Did you drink alcohol? Did you party? Did you get enough sleep last night? All those things are going to affect your performance. So you want to challenge yourself to today, to your level today, and make sure that you're giving yourself a challenge. Not taking it too easy, because it'll become boring, and not pushing too hard, because we'll run into more anxiety and more stress. But we want to find that nice flow zone in the middle that challenges us to our current level. Make sure you got tons of water, and things that you can moderate in today's session is going to be the intensity of your strikes, the volume of your strikes, and the speed at which you're striking. Those are always up to you to control. That way you can really dial it in to what you'd like. Now let's get into the technicals. Oh, before we do that, let's mention that other mental health tool, the progress tracking tool. It's been 756 days of consecutive progress for me, the Sack Man. Let me know how many days it's been for you guys. As you know, if you train smart, you never need to take a day off. We do active recovery. We've got our next active recovery day coming up. Oh, I think my eye's falling apart. Hold on a second. We got our next active recovery day coming up tomorrow. We're going to be sharing other mental health tools on that segment. It's called Superhuman Sunday. So if you haven't experienced it yet, please do give that a try out. See if there's a tool there that works for you. We got to find the ones that work for us as individuals. We've got a whole lot of options out there. Luca says, volume, men's higher, loudness. Tim, do it. Yeah. All right. He is Batman today. That's cool, man. He's dressing up. Superhuman Sunday just around the corner, celebrating early. Luca's out there dressed up as Batman. And you can be whoever you want to be, right? We're building ourselves up. We define who we are however we'd like. So if you'd like to be a hero, be the hero. Be the hero that you need. Be the hero that saves you, because you have the power to save yourself. We can't save others. We can share tools, we can inspire, we can motivate, but ultimately it's up to us. It's our responsibility to save ourselves, and that's something we can do. Speaking from experience, coming out of clinical depression and also overcoming suicidal ideation and debilitation, I know for a fact that we can save ourselves. So let's do that. Let's get back on track. Let's talk about today's lesson. We talked about the progress tracking tool. Keeping track of that number builds over time into more self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-validation, which changes that mindset from victim to victor. So please do keep track of your progress, noting down somewhere the number of days that you are completing your goal, that you're accomplishing your task, because you're not just accomplishing a task, you're doing it in the face of depression. You're doing it in the face of a life-threatening mental illness. So give yourself credit for the strength and endurance that it takes to go through that, and keep track of that number of days so you know how to accurately give yourself credit, and it will change over time and affect every aspect of your life. If you've got a number, feel free to share it. It helps inspire others to do the same. Lisa the Luminary with 456 days of consecutive progress and success out there. So proud of you, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing and for being here and supporting everybody out here with your progress as well. So, Luca said, what leg is right for the teep kick? I'm going to show you, buddy. We're going to talk about the lead teep. You can do a teep with both legs. Lead teep or rear teep. Either leg can work. It's really about making it a push kick, bringing that leg up on one plane, driving through the hips, and using the ball of the foot to press and toss that opponent away. Now, if you angle the foot and you use the ball, you curl the toes back, you make it nice and sharp, and stab it in there, and then bring it back to stance. It's going to do damage as well as give them the push. If you want to go flat-footed, boom, flat-footed is going to be more of a push. And then you can also do a snap variation and drive the heel, bang, drive the heel of the foot in there, and that's going to sting and do a little damage as well. But my favorite is the push with the ball of the foot, because we're always using our calves, we're always on the ball of the foot, we're always working that muscle group, and we can make it very powerful. You're training your legs every time you're walking, so we can make that a very powerful kick and use the ball of the foot to push them away and stab in there to center mass. So today we're going to talk about a technical advantage we can give ourselves, or more of a mental game. So there's a lot going on in sparring, especially when you start to get into the advanced levels. It's not just executing the movements, but it's planning the next movements ahead of time. Coming in with a plan of attack and thinking about different exit strategies, thinking about what you can do to set your opponent up to take the next hit that you're going to deliver. So we're going to talk about that lead teep first. So let's cover the basic lead teep first from Muay Thai position. You guys know the stance guides are on our main page at sacklifeofficial.com. At the bottom of the Martial Arts for Mental Health class page, you'll find stance guides for all the stances we use in here. Most of the time we're sticking with balanced Muay Thai. So in our balanced Muay Thai stance, what we want to do is lift that lead leg. Here's a normal teep for you. Lift that lead leg up, kind of bringing the hips in, keeping our balance centered. Tucking the chin will help you keep that center of balance nice and easy. So get into your squared stance. You're going to bring that leg up, boom, bringing the hips in, and then whoosh, driving forwards through the hips, chopping that arm, whoosh, chopping that arm back as a counterweight, driving the ball of that foot forwards. That's our normal lead teep, right? We're right here, we're squared up with our opponent, our guard is high by the brow line, we're looking, got that chin down, everything's in position, lead teep, whoosh, boom, there it is. Now we're going to talk about some variations on that lead teep, and the first variation is a little hop in. We want to replace that front foot with the rear foot. So it's just a very small hop. We're going to bring that rear foot up when we hop, boom, and then we're going to bring that knee up, boom, bring the knee up and bring the leg up. You're loading it, whoosh, and then drive it through to finish that teep. That's a lunging teep. An advancing teep helps you close the gap between you and your opponent. So let's practice that for just a moment. Little hop forwards and whoosh, boom, drive through the hips. There's your advancing teep. Shout out to Vail. Thank you for supporting. So now we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to start talking about the psychological game going on. Here's your normal guard. Here's your normal by the brow line guard. Or sometimes you got the guard down by the chin. Depends on if you're more of a boxer, if you got more boxing influence or more Thai influence. But there are multiple guards that you can use. And with your hands turned here, that's a good one. You can also turn the palms forwards, and you can also go kind of high. Give it a high guard. And that's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to hop in and bring that knee up like we're going to lead teep, but we're going to raise the hands up and turn the palms forward. Kind of put a little pressure. Get those hands in the face of the opponent and raise them up. Because often what happens is when you're watching your opponent and you see their hands going up, right? Those hands are going up in your face. Often your opponent is going to mimic that movement and put their hands up as well. And that's exactly what we want them to do. We're setting them up so that they'll be defenseless when we drive that teep down the center. So we're talking about that lunging teep, right? Small lunging teep, but we're working the psychological game as well. So we're going to hop forwards and put the hands up in their face, up high. When you do that, most of the time their hands are going to come up high as well. They're just reacting to what you are throwing. So as you hop forwards, you're going to bring the knee up, loading that teep kick, right? Boom, bring the knee up and put the arms up high. Now from here, whoosh, drive that teep down the center line, chopping the arm on the same side as the foot, and you've just taken their defense away using that psychological game. Back to stance, Muay Thai stance here. We're going to hop forwards, bringing the rear foot to where the front foot is, bringing that knee up, sticking the hands up high, and then chop, whoosh, boom, driving that foot in center mass, and then back to stance, nice and square. So that's the first, and we can build on it from there. We're going to have 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 1 minute breaks in between to catch your breath, drink some water. Try not to push too hard. Again, push to your level. What's going to challenge you to your level? My whole body is sore. I feel like I get hit by a truck, so I'm going to drop my intensity. I'm going to try and keep it at a low, steady pace. I might get carried away, but I'm going to constantly check in on myself and make sure I'm not pushing too hard. Remember to visualize that opponent and assign it the word you want to work on. If it's depression, make it a depression dummy, and we're going to knock the lies right out of that sucker. We're also going to build on that teep maneuver as we go through at a slow and steady pace, so I can give you plenty of technicals to work on, and you can continue on in your own bonus round, making that progress that you deserve. Let's do this thing. All right, got our 80s fighting spirit going. Let's get into it. Square up with your visualized target. Starting the timer now. Make sure you got water, breathing in the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Square up into your Muay Thai stance. Visualize that opponent. Start shifting that weight from the front foot to the back foot. Remember to keep the head on the center line. We're staying nice and balanced. Step in for a 1-2 punch. Bop, bop, right down that center line. And back to stance. Step and twist. Twist and back to stance. 1-2. Exhale on those strikes and visualize making contact with that target. Back to stance. Now we're going to start working that lead teep, that lead hopping teep. So hop forwards, placing the rear foot where the front foot was. Bring the knee up and drive the arm on the same side. Whoos! Driving the ball of that foot into center mass, and then step yourself back into position. Hit him with the 1-2. Down that center line. Hop forwards, raising the knee, and drive through for that lead teep. Back to stance. Notice when the lead teep goes forward, you can send those shoulders back. Whoosh! Boom! As the hips go forwards. But keep the chin tucked. That'll keep your balance nice and tight. Back to stance. 1-2. Bop, bop. Step, foot, hop forwards. Bringing the knee up. Right? Whoop. And then drive. Boom. Drive that knee forwards. Letting the hips roll forwards. Shoulders roll back. Back to stance. Let's start working that psychological game. Give it the little hop forwards. And put the hands forwards and up high in the face of your opponent as the knee comes up. We're distracting them. We're going to make them bring their guard up as well. And from here, drive through, chop on the same side as the leg, and drive through with that lead teep again. This time, we're removing their defenses. Back to stance, square up with that visualized opponent. Step in for the 1-2. Back to stance. Let's give it a hop forwards and lift that rear leg. We're going to drive that teep, but we're putting the fists up high in their face as well. Get them to raise their guard out of the way. Then, whoosh, drive that foot in there, ball of the foot, right into that center mass where they are now defenseless. Back to stance, 1-2. Back to stance, hop forwards, raising the hands and the knee together. Use that psychological and physical at the same time. Hop forwards, knees up, hands are up in their face, raising their guard, and then drive. That center mass teep, back to stance, square up. Guard high, chin tucked, hop forwards, raising the hands. Ooh, too much. Small hop forwards. We want the rear foot to go where the front foot was. Small hop forwards, raise the hands up in the face, bring the knee up at the same time, and then drive. Whoosh! Drive through and back to stance. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. Back to stance. Hop forwards, raising the hands, boom, and the knee, bang. And if you fall forward, don't worry. Just reset back to neutral stance. Let's do it again. Hop forwards, raising the hands and the leg. Whoosh! Bang! Right there. Chin tucked. Let the shoulders go back. Hop forwards, hands high. Whoosh! Bang! And that's the end of round one. Catch your breath, drink some water. We're going to get more technical as we continue. Remember, throw those 1-2s in there. You can double them up, triple them up. Throw as many shots as you like. Give yourself a challenge. Work at your pace. Make sure it's a challenge. So important. We can't grow in the comfort zone. We've got to challenge ourselves. So keep giving yourself those goals, minor challenges. They'll add up with consistency and dedication. And your long-term goals will become side effects of your daily progress. Shout out to Master Checo, the man himself, right now, tuning in. It's a monster out there. I don't know how you're doing it, man. We've got 19 seconds, and we're going to start with that psychological game, right? Raising the hands and making our partner raise those hands as well. Visualizing that depression dummy in front of us. We're working that lead teep. Remember, standing lead teep, we just raise the leg, bump, and drive through the center mass. Hopping lead teep, we bring the rear foot forwards. Same thing, raise the leg, whoosh, drive through center mass. The only thing we're changing here is we're raising the hands up. Now it might affect your balance a little bit, something to get used to, but a good trick to kind of practice to open up that defense on your opponent. Square up with that visualized target and let's give it the hop, hop, boom. Fists are up, boom. Drive that leg down that center line. Using the ball of the foot, pushing on that center mass like it's a gas pedal with the ball of that foot. Driving through the hips. Let's do it again. Hop forwards, hands and knee up. Boom, drive that leg through the center mass and bring it back to stance. Again, hop forwards, hands and knee come up at the same time. Drive that foot into center mass and back to stance. One more time, hop it forwards. Hands come up high, right? Make them mimic your moves. Bring the knee in, whoosh. Drive it down the center line and back out. Now, as you get more comfortable with that and it becomes more fluid, we're going to take it to the next level where we start talking about the exit out of that move. So we're not defenseless. If, let's say we didn't catch him. Let's say we teep, but they didn't move, right? They had a good defense, deflected or something. We don't want to just step back and be defenseless. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hop forwards and bring that knee up, boom, hands up. We're still going to teep, bang. But from here, right after the teep, we're going to step off the side and we're going to turn that hip over, bang, for a low kick on the opposite side. So we're staying dangerous. The combo's not over. They don't know what's coming next or what's going on. We're chopping those legs. Going from center mass right into a leg chop. So we're going to start with that hopping teep. Remember to bring the hands up. Psych them out. Boom, psych them out with the hands. Drive the teep. Bang. Once we make contact, step off the line and roll that hip. Boom. Roll that hip over and chop for a nice low kick. Come back to stance. For the low kick, remember, you want to plant on the foot. Toss the hip over that foot and rotate on the ball of that foot. So curl the toes up, put the weight on the ball. Always keep the knees bent so the weight's on that ball of the foot. Turn nice and easy. Low kick, nice and easy low kick. Step out, toss the hip over, rotate back to stance, square up. Let's go. Lead teep, we're gonna hop forwards, bringing the knee and fist up. Drive the teep, step off the line, and here's where it turns into a low kick. Bang, drive through, and back to stance. Square up. If this is too advanced, stick with just the teep. And toss them 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lead teep with the hands. Boom. And that's the end of round 2. Catch your breath, drink some water. And now we're going to turn this move into a fake out for our final round, the most advanced round yet. Ooh. Remember, there's unlimited room for progress and growth in all martial arts, so find the one you enjoy, and you've got an unlimited road of really cool tools that you can look forward to sharpening to make yourself even more and more equipped as we continue to get stronger each day, building ourselves up as depression gets weaker. We've got 26 seconds left. Make sure you're staying hydrated. In this final round, we're gonna fake that whole thing that we just built up, right? We just got our opponent used to what we're doing. We're tossing the hands up, we're bringing the knee up, boom, we're driving the teep, on. We're tossing the hands up, let's do it together. Square up with that visualized opponent, hop forwards, hands up. Oh, too much of a hop. Man, I gotta correct myself. Unlimited room for growth, let's do it. We're hopping forwards with the hands up, boom, bringing the knee up, driving the teep, bang. Back to stance, hopping forwards, hands up, knee up, drive the teep, turn it over into step and low kick, bang, back to stance. Now what we're gonna do is fake that teep. So the teep we're getting them used to, bang, right, back to stance. Now we're gonna fake it. So we're gonna hop forwards with the knee up, but instead of driving the teep, what we're gonna do is take a step to their side, sinking in on that lead knee, right? We're hop forwards, bump, take a step to their side, and then come at them with a liver shot. Oos! Rotating through, tossing a liver shot, bang, right in there. They'll never see it coming. We just toss their whole guard, their whole mindset off. So let's practice it again. Hop forwards for the lead teep first. Hop forwards, hands up, knee up, lead teep, bang. And now this time, again, hop forwards, hands up, knee comes up, signaling the teep. But this time we step to the side, sinking on that lead knee. And then we pivot, whoosh, as we stand back up and we toss a nice body hook in there, right to the liver, nice liver shot. Put it on an angle, sending that fist up, in, if you can visualize it going through their belly, all the way back to the spine. You're gonna catch that liver in there, and it's a really good way to shut somebody down. You don't have to hit them in the head to get a knockout. Liver shots work just as well. All right, step in for the teep. We're giving a small hop with the hands up, knees coming up, teep goes forwards, whoosh, back to stance. Now we're gonna hop in for that teep again, but this time it's a fake. So we're gonna hop forwards, boom, hands are up, knee comes up, and instead of launching the teep, we step to the side, keeping that cover high, preloading the shoulder, drop the fist to 90, locking that wrist and elbow in, and then twist through, boom, twist through, rotate on the ball of the front foot, whoosh, and send that liver shot in there, right into their side. Back to stance, lead teep, right, hop, fake them with the hands, bring the knee up, lead teep, bang, back to stance, lead teep, now right over into the round kick. This is very technical course, so go at your pace. Hopping forwards, lead teep, bang, connects, step off the line, round kick, bang, to the leg, back to stance. Now we're gonna fake that lead teep, hop, bring the hands up, knee comes up, step off the line, sinking on that front foot, and then whoosh, rip that liver shot on your way back up, back to stance. Put them together. Hop, lead teep, back to stance, little overtime, let's go. Hop, lead teep, bang, turn to round, bang, back to stance, square up. Now we're gonna fake the teep, right? Hop forwards, fake the teep, step in, and rip the liver shot. And that is the end of our 3 rounds of progress and success for today. This was a pretty advanced course, so if you're not used to it, Wednesdays and Sundays are a good day to start. Those are good days for beginners. We go slow, we work on more, definitely stick into more basic routines everybody can follow, and we tap into those other mental health tools aside from the physical movement and the high intensity training that can help us battle forwards in this battle for better mental health. I want to shout out to Mariana and to Jolene, the Boomerang Queen out there, for tuning in. Appreciate your support. Good to see you guys and gals out there. And until next time, I'll catch you all same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out.